Off my screen. So as we are discussing Spring JPA, let us complete this. So yesterday we have given our data source and JDBC details to the right. So I'm audible. So here
Yes.
all the values to our database and its driver link and everything, our root, username and admin. This is my password. Everything we have passed. And after that we have created a entity for the project. So this will be the table, and these are the columns we will be having in the table when it will be created. And here we will be writing our main code, and here we will be writing the queries. So why we are extending this interface means this is a predefined interface. This will be having few of the features for us. So to implement them, we are implementing one of the interface. This is our own interface, and we have created it, and we are extending it from this interface. This is like a syntax when we give the CRUD repository. So after that, now let us write the code. So here there is a this it to use the to write the query. So that we are going to use. Let me connect my charger. So we will be writing our query in the annotation query. So it will be automatically running the query when we run the code also. So I will show how to write it. First we'll take the annotation query, and inside this we will be writing our query. So query will be in the form of string. So we'll be writing it in the inverted commas. So for example, let me write select start from user is there now. So when coming to using annotation, we will be writing using the what can I say, the other name. So in SQL we used to, if user is the table, we can refer this with u also. This will be called as like a some other name, reference name. So like that only we will be writing the query. So how we'll write? For selecting all the users, select u from user and u. So this will be the u will be the reference to the user table, and we are selecting the reference. So this is how we can call like get all the details. This is similar to select star from user, but when coming to using query, so we should use this type of what can I say, syntax. So referring table with u and selecting u only. This is the like syntax to write the query when we are using annotation query. Mm. What is the error? Select you query also function. Okay, let's below this what we are going to do is we will be having a method. So when we call this method, this query will be executed. So that method what we can use, because we are selecting here all the users. So this will be getting all the users into U. So the users will be in the form of list. So I'm taking the return type of method as user. Should be user. So because our class is user now, capital U and remaining small this one. So that thing only we should use user, and its name will be get all users. So how we can be able to use this get all user, in the sense this get all user we are getting from this repository. So that's why we can access that in the user repository easily. So we can directly do this and import the query, and then import the list from Java util. This one. So when we call this method get all users, this query will be executed, and all the users from the table will be we are getting as the output. And coming to next one, let me write one more query. This query will be like if you want to select any particular user. So what I do, select U from user U, where here we are going to give the condition. So as the U is reference to name, where U dot name. Name is because here we have the attribute name is name. So we are going to select users with particular name. So here the way to pass the parameter is colon and parameter. So here n will be user given parameter. So that we should pass from the method only. So for that we can write the method public. So here name will be like users can have multiple users can have same name. So for name there is no condition now. So that will be also list if there are multiple users with the same name. So if you are taking ID, there will be one user. So name, we have the method get user by name. So these methods we are able to create because we are extending this interface. This interface will give the flexibility to create get methods using the attribute we have in the table. So here we have get ID also, name also, address also. So we can also implement methods like get user by ID, get user by name, get user by address. So those are like predefined functionalities we are getting from this interface. So that's how I can use that simply. And here to pass the parameter, we should use another annotation that is param. And here we are going to pass the parameter n. So I said this is the name reference which user going to pass. So that parameter will be coming here. And here beside this, we are going to tell this parameter is the name of the user which we have passed. So this n will be assigned to this n at the same assigned here. So according to that, we are getting the user with the parameter value name. So should import the parameter and call the method also. So that's it. These are the predefined like defined methods in the CRUD repository, and we are giving the calling them here, using them according to our wish. So when we run this n will be taken from the user console, and n will be assigned here. And comparing to table where the u dot name equals to the name which we have given, the user will be retrieved from the table. So this query for select user with name n, and this is for select all users. So what we'll do, we'll just go here in the main and we'll try to access them. So to get all the methods, we have one thing. So before getting all the users, we should, what can I say, we should have some user in the table, right? So for that, what we'll do, we'll create first one object user repository. So user repository, view repo I'm taking, and con dot get bean, user repository dot class. So this is how we are. Sorry for that. We should give the con also first. So let me give the context also. Context. So here we will be giving the context. Let me comment this. Here no need of this, and we are going to use application context equals to, and coming to Spring Boot, we should run it with this one. Spring application will be run using this one. So coming to normal Spring, sorry, it is Spring Boot. So coming to normal Spring, we are going to run it with the class path like that now. So it is Spring Boot.
Yes.
That's why we should pass here this here. So now what we did is we just stored this in the context. This is also context. Wait. So import this. application contacts. Why we are unable to import this? Spelling is correct only. Application context. Context. One second. Let me check this. Application context. Control one. Let me import manually. Use the package name. Control C. Import package name dot application context. Yeah, now we are able to import the object to user repository. So this object we are creating using the Java one. So here we are passing the class and creating object to it, bean to it, and assigning it to urepo. So after that, what we'll do is first we'll save few of the users and then we'll retrieve the users using the method. So saving also we have few methods. I will show them. Saving will be using save method is the insertion. So let me create one user object and then that object will be uh, saved into the database. So I'm creating object user and new user is the constructor calling to initialize the object. So after this what I will do is I will simply using this object I will set the name, set the ID and set the address also. So I'm just using set name and I'm taking the name as Monica and another one user set address. So now I won't take set ID because coming to ID we have given generation type auto now. So we'll see whether it is taking default or not. So I'm just taking two values and ID will be I am hoping to come automatically. And after that
No, I
what
did sorted.
my voice.
Yes, coming. Your voice is coming. Clear.
Okay. Till now also like previously also it is audible, right? No issue.
No issue.
Okay. So
Okay.
we have created object and then we are assigning only name and address. We are not taking any ID because ID we have given as a generation type auto. So mm, it should be automatically generated when we insert. So we are expecting that and we are not taking any ID. And here after this what we'll do is mm, new repo dot save and the object we will pass which we have created. We are expecting this method to save the this object. This particular object have Monica and Hyderabad. These two values should be inserted into table. So after that, what we'll do is one more thing we can do. We will simply assign this to this save to some method, and we can print what we have. What can I say? What we have inserted also we can see. So system dot out dot println. So user one. So if I am printing user one, I am saving user, but the return type of save am I assigning to user one. So if you print user one, we can see what are the values inserted also. So let us take this and we'll run this. Before running, let me open my MySQL command line so that we can check whether the values are added or not. So let me give the password. Yeah, now we are using Spring Boot, right? Spring Boot and show tables. So here we can see there is no user table. And now we will run the code and we will expect this project to be creating a table. So let me run Spring Boot app. If any error comes, we can go view console. So here we can see the execution completed. And here, what is the exception? The main invocation. We got one exception. We need to check the application context. Model uploader app. Let us check this whether our table is created. So you can see after execution the table is created but the insertion is not done. So you can see user is added. So we can confirm that we have successfully created table, and for the next time only the insertion update will be done, table won't be created. So I will look after this error and will try to insert also. Caused by class cast exception, page condition, the publication context. I think we have imported another control thing to go for application context. We have so many. Hmm. Hmm. This interface. Let me try using repository here. Separate repository. Import repository and save. Then if you come here, if you try to import application context, where is it? One second, let me open my other code and take the application context. I don't know why it is not giving the recommendation. This one. This one. Control C. And here I will come. Control V. Yeah, now the error gone. So I don't know why the Eclipse is not giving the recommendation. I have saved it. So we have added the development tools. That's why it is executing every time
Yes.
when I save. So automatically execution is happening.
Yes.
So here you can see in the end. 1 second. Let me scroll. So in the end, we can see user ID is 201, name is Monica, address is Hyderabad. So I am printing this user to see what is added. So ID we haven't given, but it is given automatically. So let us come here and we do select star from user. So you can see the value is inserted.
Yes.
Insertion, we have the method save. And after that, we also try to insert two to three things. So for every time we can, what can I say? We can simply insert using save method. So if you want to add multiple, what can I say, multiple object at a time, so multiple values, so that will also be done using the same save method, but at a time we can have one user. So for example, let us take one more object. Already we have user one now. So let me take user two, and here I'm going to create new user. Yes, again capital. So after this, what I will do, I'll just simply take user2 dot set name, and I will pass simple name, and then user2 dot set address. So ID anyways auto generated. So address I'm taking as Bangalore, and then what I will do, I'm not printing this time. I'm just only save the value. So for that, user repo dot save, and the entity is our user2. So I'm just passing it, and this is already executed. So I'm just commenting it. So if we again insert, there will be an error now. So that's why I'm just commenting the previous one. And then I'm just running this one for now. So I have just saved, and saving only it will execute. What is the error? Then class path resource. Error creating bean with name Spring application admin registrar, where we are using it. In favor food out of admin. Debug enable application run code, and here maybe it is for returning. So let me add the return value to some other object and save. And now it is successful. And coming to here, if I select star, we can see these many times, like whenever we have executed, so ID will be auto generated. So every time it is incrementing 50. Can you see? First time it is 202, and second time 250,
Yes.
302, 356. So automatically it is generating different ID. That's why whenever I run the code, this value is inserted because ID is different one. So if we use ID same, that time there will be an error. So let me comment this also. Now we have seen successfully insertion. So I'm just giving here insertion using save method. And after that, what we'll do is we try to call these methods. Here we have get all user and get user by name also now. So we try to access them. So how we'll do? Let's see. So to access them, we'll just take system.out.println, and here what I will do, I will simply call the method that is get all users. So we have the object to that user repo. Sorry, it is not inside quotes. User repo dot get all users. You can see this is get all users, and simply run it. So I'm just saving it. We can see the output. See here, this first one
Yes.
ID Monica address is Hyderabad coming, and next one Ram Bangalore also coming, and next one also coming. So like that, 4 values are
Yes.
coming. And if I use get by name, so system dot out dot println, and if I use a repo dot and get by name, what I will do, I will pass the name Ram. So anyways, we have 3 entries for Ram now. So here we can see
Yes.
3 entries. So we are expecting these 3 entries to be come here. So I'm just say, let me comment this and save it.
Take over.
So here we can see first time Ram and second time Ram and third time Ram also we are getting. And after this, I am just commenting it as using query annotation in the interface now. So here we are using query annotation. So I'm just commenting it using query annotation. And if you don't want to use the query annotation, you want to write your own code. So how we'll do that? We'll see that also. First we'll see update, and then we'll see delete, and then we'll see get data. So if we are not using any query annotation inside here, how we'll get the values? So first we'll check for update what it will do. Update, and here we will be updating according to ID. So first we what we'll do, we should find the user with particular ID, then only we will update the values. So what I will do, I am taking mm, get user by ID, we can do, otherwise so we'll try 2 methods. One is we'll see user and user object I'm taking, and here using urepo I'm just find the user. We can see find all by ID, find by ID. So I'm taking find by ID, which is predefined. So here I am going to pass the ID 252. So 252 I am taking. I wanted to change the name because there are multiple users with same name now. So 252 I wanted to pass. Mm. So here that will be saved in the optional user. So this will be the return type of this method. So if you don't know also, you just write this, and if you take the recommendation, it will automatically give. So like that I am taking the user now. So for this user we need to update the value. What we'll do, we'll just user dot set name. It is not coming. Okay, set why it is not coming in the sense, here this user is a type of optional. So first we need to convert this user to type of user. So how we'll get that? We'll simply do, we are changing the type now. So we want the type of user. It is optional here. We want the type of user. So I'm taking user type, and here I'm just taking u, and then I will do this user to type u. So how will do? Otherwise, I will take this as optional now. So for avoiding confusion. So this is the object having the user with ID this one, but it is the type of optional. So we cannot do any set or get. So for that, what we are doing is we have created an object of type user, and we are going to assign this optional to this user. So how will do that? We are using optional dot get, we have the method. So this is how we have assigned this optional user type, which is the ID 252 to this user. Now using this user object, we can set the values. So we just do use the user dot and set name I wanted to change. So I want to Kirti. And then address, if you want change, you can. Otherwise, you can keep the same address. So sorry, it is set. So I wanted to change the address to Delhi. So I want two updates with the ID 252. So before updating, the value is 252 is Bangalore and Ram. So now we want them to Kirti and Delhi. So after assigning values, what we need to do, we need to save the update now. So for saving, I'm just storing that in the result. So result I'm taking, and that result we will get using user depot.save. So here we are going to pass the object which is updated. So this user object. So save user, and this will give us the updated values. So if you want to see what is updated also, system.out.println you can use, and you need to print the result. So if you print the result, we can see what values we have updated. And let me save this, and we are expecting the output. So here you can see ID, name and address. So coming to database here, if I go select star from user, we can see before it was Ram and Bangalore, but it is Delhi and Kirti. So that's how we can update the values. So now we have successfully updated. And next thing we can do, we can get the values without using any predefined methods. So here we have the query and we are using it. But if you don't want to use any query, that time how will get the values? Let me comment this. And so here getting data without any query. So getting how will do? So first will be taking the method urepo dot find all. So find all will give all the methods, all the records which are stored in the table. So find all we are using, and this we are going to assign to a iterable so that we can iterate the values. So iterable type of user, because every entity will be type of user only in every record in the table. So that's why we are using user, and I'm taking it in the result. So now all the values will be inside the result. So we should start the iteration. So iteration we can done with the loop. So for that, first we will take the iterator, and we will iterator also type of user only, because the main entity of programming is nothing but user type only. So I'm taking the iterator, and this iterator will use us to iterate until we get the null value. So we are performing this iterator on the result. So iterator, and let me import this. Yeah, so after that we are using while loop till which point it will iterate, till it don't have anything in the next place. So that time till that time it will iterate. So I'm using iterator dot has next. If it has the next, it will run. If it don't has next, it won't run. So like that will go, and every time we need to increment inside a loop. So I'm just incrementing value equals to iterator dot next. So every time it should go for next one, and at the same time we need to print the current one. Dot println value. So we'll print and we'll go for next. And I'm saving this, and if I run this, we are expecting to have all the values in the output. So let us see anything happen. Everything assigned. So let us save one more time. User type spelling mistakes also not there. Find down. Okay. Yeah, this is also fine. Has next. Also fine. Next also. Yeah, everything fine. So let us check one more time. What is there? Yeah, we can see here all the values are printing line by line. Can you see the result? So this is for getting all data. So if you don't want to use this query annotation, that time you can use it. And after that, one more thing we can do, delete also we can do, and at the same time multiple delete low deleting so many things like all the users also we can do. So first let me show deleting. So I'm commenting everything so that you can read get to understand everything when you do also. So delete only one object. So deleting one record, how it will look like. And here, so user repo dot, we have the method delete by ID. This one. So here I wanted to delete here anyways ROMs are 2 times. So I want to delete 352. So ID I am passing 352. And after that I can simply give a message that is done, deletion completed. So if I run this, we are expecting deletion completed and the value should be deleted. You can see deletion completed. So if I come here and do the select start from, one ROM is deleted with the ID 352. So deletion also working. One more thing, if you delete all records, so what will do? I'm just giving the method but I'm not executing it because I need the values. So if I delete all, it all will go. So how will delete? First what we'll do, we'll just find all the users. So using urepo, we just use find all method and these all will be stored in a object. So here the object will be multiple now. So I'm going to take iterable type of user and then I'm assigning all them to users. So now we have all the users in users and passing this user to delete all method, we will delete all the users. So how will do? We are using a repository object urepo and delete all method we have. And if we pass the users here, all the users will be deleted. And here the message will be system.out.println all users deleted. So if you do this, all the users will be deleted. Done. So I have saved it. So my records will be deleted. You can see all users deleted. And coming here, if I do this, no records because we have deleted all the users. So now deleted and deleting all the users also done. And after this, we are done with insertion, updation, deletion, and getting data. Getting data we did two ways, using query annotation, and that also here one thing. This is using parameterized query. So we are passing parameter also, na? So this will be using query annotation with parameter. So this is also we are done. And is this clear till now? Everything?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah, delete, update, everything fine. So if we want to, here you can see here. You can see these are the pre-given methods we are using. So if you want to create any method yourself also you can create. So like I will tell one example. So this is get user by name, get user by ID like that now. So if you don't want to use them, you want your own methods. So custom method you want. Custom method in the sense we are creating. So if you want that type of method, you can create using the syntax like I will show public. So the return type I am taking list of users. So if you are taking only one user, it will be user type. So it is if it is list of users, it will be list of user. And the method should be starting with find and by name. So if I use this method, this will work similar to get user by name, but here the difference is this is I defined, like myself I have defined it. This is not pre-built, so I can use this, and string name I can pass, and this one I can use to find the user with name particular string. And if I want to create another one, public list of users with, what is the condition I wanted to find by name and city, like name and address. So you can give both name, and it is like a combination of two values, address. Find by name and address, and here we need to pass two values, string name and string address. So this is one more method which is I have created. So pre-built we don't, maybe we don't get, that will be started with get only, and get user by name, get user by id, get user by address. But this is I have created, and this is find by name and address. So the query will check for the users with this name and this address. This is the AND condition. So both should success true only. So if I want to use one more also, list of user type, here I want to use find by id and name also. So id, this is the syntax way. I think you are getting the difference, id and name. So this is how we can write, and here I'm passing id integer and string name. So these we can create in the user repository, and we can use them in the where here in the main class also we can call them. So for that, first I will insert two values. So for that I'm just commenting it. What happened? Yeah, okay. So now I'm saving. We are expecting these two values to be inserted. What happened? Any error? Okay, user 2. Okay, user is same. So I'm just taking it as user 3. I'm just saving it. Just come here, select star. So we can see two values. So this time id is new one. So it is auto generated, two values are inserted. And after that, what I will do is I will just comment this insertion part. We don't need it now. And I am going to use custom method. So here using custom methods. So how will call them? Simply I will take system dot out dot println. Here urepo dot, we have find by this one. Can you see we are getting all the recommendations which we have created also. So I'm just wanted find find by name, and I'm passing the name, and then next one find by name and city, right? So I'm just coming here, and from here I will change the, and find by name and address. So that will be taking two values. And next one find by id and name I want. So I want to check all the three, id and name, and here it will take one is id. So what is the id that we have? 402. So let me pass 402 here, and id name is Monica only. So that's fine. And here I want Ram, address I want Bangalore. After that find my name I want using Monica, and let us save this and we'll see what is the output. Here you can see for the first one find by name, we are getting user with the name Monica. And next one find by name and address, we are getting user with name this one and address this one. Next one find by id and name, we are getting user with particular ID and name. So you can use or also, and you can add multiple attributes also. Like that you can create your own custom methods. So is this clear?
Uh, yes, clear.
Yeah, this is how the JPA is helping. I hope you are clear with everything now, all the operations and how to use the predefined like query annotations, and how to use the already given pre-built methods, and how to use the custom method. So here, let me just give the JPA. In JPA we have how we did. So first thing, we need the class application properties. Application dot properties, where we are passing all the database configuration attributes. Configuration attributes. So this is the first task we did, and that is this one. So let me copy this and paste here. And after that, what we did, this is first step. No, not this is actually first step will be check the form. So what are the dependencies? To see dependencies, what we are using. So dependencies will be adding at the time of creation only. And after that, the second step will be creating, giving the application properties, the second one. And third one will be create entity. Here that is user we have used. So user, let me change the color to black. Yeah, third one. And next fourth one, user repository, create user repository. Create user repository, which is extending either CRUD repository, or anyone we can use JPA repository. Anyone you can use. So this one or this one. So after this, here inside we have the methods, and next one complete the main file. These are the five steps we have followed. So this will come under this only for your understanding. So is this clear, the steps what we did?
Yes,
Yeah, I will be sharing this and this file also. So with this we have completed the Spring Boot JPA, and tomorrow we will be discussing REST APA and JDBC, how to use JDBC in Spring Boot. So with that we'll be completing this Spring Boot in this week only.
yes.
So let me
Okay.
stop recording.